This is Mayor Ron Andrews with the Mayor's Minutes from our Auburn City Council meeting of August the 18th, 2020. We began our meeting last night by recognizing our city employees, our outstanding city employees for the month of June and the month of July, and many employees who were recognized for service awards. Jennifer Halverson was recognized as our June Employee of the Month, and Jennifer works in the Finance Department. And Miss Ann Randall was recognized as our July Employee of the Month, and Ann works in our Public Works. And we thank them, and we're sorry that we're not in public where we can recognize them in front of a crowd of people and their families, but we're doing the best we can, and it was recognized through video, as were a number of our employees who were recognized for their service time, anywhere from 10 to 20 years, including a couple of retirements. This video will be available on our website, and I encourage you to go and look at this video and recognize the good people who work at this city, who every day come to work to try to do the best for you, our citizens, and I thank them for that. And thank you for our staff who put together an excellent video. It's a great way to recognize our employees during a very awkward and difficult time. Also wanted to recognize a number of members of our fire department who received promotions recently. Anthony Kane and Matthew Kane, Jay Gibbs, Joshua Holly, John Peaks, and Joshua Smith were all promoted, and congratulations to each one of those men, and thank you for your hard work and for protecting us, and we look forward to continue to work with you in the future to make Auburn a safer community to live in. I want to say congratulations to the Googe Center, who were recognized in the Alabama Magazine as having the best performing arts facility in the state of Alabama, and we know that. We're very proud of the Googe Center and what a great asset it is to our community, and we look forward to the day that all the lights are back on bright and all the programs and productions are being held again. In the meantime, they're working as hard as they can to provide for our community and to plan for its future. I want to thank Cornerstone Chiropractic Clinic for holding their back to school bash again, and they raised enough money to purchase over 1,000 pairs of shoes for needy children in our community, and thank you for their big hearts and their willingness to give back to our community. This project has been going on for a long, long time. Also want to thank our city staff. Next week, the City Council will be having budget hearings on Monday and Wednesday of next week that you can join in on Zoom, but the city staff, led by our finance team, has put together a biannual budget, and it'll be up to the City Council to make some determinations about where the resources that you give us through your tax dollars are spent to provide services. But all that information for us to make those decisions has been put together in these binders that the City Council will be studying here over the next week. And I want to thank our city staff, our department heads, and Allison and her team for all the hard work that they've done to prepare us for this moment. And we look forward to making those decisions here in the near future. As we got into the agenda last night, under contracts and agreements, we approved a contract of $16,990 with A2Z Land Creations. We had some brick pavers that were damaged in a project recently at 101 North College Street. We deemed that to be a risk to our community, for there was a lot of walking traffic, driving traffic in that area, bike traffic, and so we've got to get this fixed as quickly as possible. And so we approved the financing of that project, which was almost $17,000. We approved our annual audit with Match & McChesney for $83,000. Match & McChesney has been providing this for the city for a number of years. This is the accountability that reassures you, our citizen, that we are spending your money in the right and most proper way possible, and we look forward to their work being done. Once again, we approved a contract with Alabama Power Company for street lighting at the intersection, the roundabout at the intersection of Cox Road and Wire Road, and it was $47,830, and this is the city's portion of this contract. Alabama Power will be covering most of the contract and will be bidding this out. Allison Frazier, our city engineer, expects this project to begin in the spring of 21. And we also approved a sanitary sewer use agreement with the University Station RV Resort. As we got into ordinances last night, the City Council decided to extend the student housing moratorium through the end of this calendar year. Frankly, we would have hoped to have been past this by now. We would have hoped to have been finished with student housing at this point in time. We started the moratorium process in February of this year for 90 days, and we've had to extend it now a couple of times. And this is all because of the moment and the time that we're living in with the COVID-19 pandemic. It was my intention, the city manager's intention, that this is a topic that needs to be discussed in public, and we've been waiting for that time that we could go back to having regular meetings and be in public. That doesn't appear to be forthcoming in the near future, and so we've got to continue to do the work of the people of this city, and the Planning Commission has already taken up student housing to begin looking at different techniques and strategies to control student housing in Auburn's future, and so to do that we need to extend the moratorium. I hope that we're coming to the City Council in October or November, or certainly in early December, and ending this moratorium, because we've got procedures in place to govern student housing into the future. That will be our goal as we begin to work on this. Under resolutions last night, we approved an indoor recreation use at the property located at 1667 Sugarjord Parkway, and this is going to be the Donahue Crossing axe throwing. Axe throwing is evidently a new entertainment for many of us, for many people in the country. It has been moving its way towards our area. I believe this business has been looking for a place to locate for a while now in our city, and has finally found that. It'll be interesting. I'm very fascinated about what axe throwing really looks like, and I guess I'll take my opportunity to throw an axe at some point in time when it's open. But the City Council did approve that unanimously last night. City Council also approved the commercial and entertainment use, a grocery store at 138 South Gay Street, the former location of the Burger King. And this will be a Publix with some retail frontage there on Gay Street. A downtown grocery store has been talked about for many years now. It's ironic that this is a location that had a grocery store in and around it for many, many, many years. And now we've got a new grocery store coming. There are people, as you know, the population of downtown Auburn, the residents have grown in recent years. The amount of people working in and around downtown Auburn has grown. And we believe, and I believe, that a grocery store is a perfect fit for downtown Auburn. There'll also be some retail frontage on Gay Street, so you'll have some other businesses that'll be located in and around the grocery store there. And we look forward to the day that Publix will be open in downtown, and are very excited about that. In a 5-4 vote last night, the City Council approved a road service use for a new Gutherie's restaurant located at 200 North College Street. This is the intersection of Glen Avenue and North College. There was a robust discussion primarily around the drive-through. The restaurant itself, I believe unanimously, the council was very excited and would vote for. But it was the concern that what a drive-through would do to the traffic in already a very busy intersection. We heard from the engineer who represented the restaurant owners about the different kinds of plans that they have to prevent a backing up of cars there on Glen Avenue. They will continue to study that from an engineering perspective. They will study that from a traffic study perspective. That is a busy location with a train track nearby. And so we certainly do not want to create a driving hazard, a cluster right there in an already busy community, in a busy downtown, and a busy intersection. But we believe, the council believes, with a 5-4 vote, and I personally believe that a Gutherie's there will do excellent. Probably 75 to 90% of their business will be walk-up, and it's a piece of property that has not been performing, that has not had a business in it in a very long time. It's a piece of property that is owned by two different owners. One owner owns the front piece, the other owner owns the back piece. It's not a normal situation to develop a business on, but I believe that Gutherie's, which is a local franchise that was born here in Auburn, whose owners live in this community, they want to create a flagship store in downtown Auburn, and I believe that they will do a great job creating a flagship store in downtown Auburn, and we look forward to working with them and trying to provide the most efficient manner possible for our citizens to still be able to get in and out of downtown Auburn without the drive-through creating a logjam. And so we'll continue to work on that, but we did approve that with a 5-4 vote. The council unanimously approved a performance residential development, Midtown Phase 3. This is property located at 1200 Opelika Road. This is the new Midtown development. In the very back of the development, which used to be Twin City Concrete, a local restaurant owner had bought that property and was going to put a family entertainment restaurant business in the back. They have decided to sell that property to the developer of Midtown, who will be putting 41 single-bedroom apartments in the back there. And the council, after hearing all the discussion around one-bedroom apartments decided to go ahead and unanimously approve this last night. And then finally, with an 8-1 vote, the City Council approved a cottage development at property located at 120 Mimosa Avenue and 820 North College Street. There was also some discussion about parking and ingress and egress. There will be a one-way street that will access these cottages. You'll have 7 two-bedroom cottages in this area. It is an area of transition. It's an area that's got multifamily and single-family within it. It is an area that needs some revitalization. These will be great products. They'll be small products. They'll be products not just for college students. They could be utilized for young families, or they could be utilized for young professionals. They'll be affordable. And so ultimately the City Council was very comfortable with this project and approved it with an 8-1 vote. And then finally, the City Council approved the cost for some weed abatement at 556 Foster Street in Auburn, so we can clean that lot up and make that neighborhood a little bit better. That concluded all of our business last night for the Auburn City Council on the August 18th, 2020 meeting. Have a great week.